Honorable Mustapha Dawaki. I'm from Kano State and I'm representing Dawaki Kudwara Federal Constituency in Kano State. What I can say, the process is really not too good for returning members because it was a process that delegates were elected. Ordinarily, the people that are supposed to elect the members of a primary election are supposed to be members of the ESCO in the respected wards, which have been taking care of them for a long period of time. So all our attention were with those people. Like in my own case, I have 30 wards, which I have 810 ESCO at the ward level, and I have 2 local government, which I have 54 ESCO at the local government level. So when you add the 2, apart from the statutory ESCO that have not been captured in the amendment of the Electoral Act, so and a delegate system of 5 people per ward, I have a total of 150 now. Even though in my own case, in 2019, my 2 local government unanimously endorsed me. There wasn't anybody contested with me. So in 2022 also, nobody contested with me. There was a unanimous decision by my stakeholders, and I was just affirmed to be the flag bearer of my constituency. But for other members that in different states, like if you take Katsina, for example, out of 15 members, only 4 came back because the delegate system that was used for the election of, because delegates, as you know, are people that you just one time, performing that they are going to do, and they can do a delegate overnight, and tomorrow he will turn his back against you. So that's why we are not happy with the process. If the president were to sign the electoral amendment, these casualties that we have gotten in the National Assembly in general wouldn't have gotten this kind of a lot of people that lost election. So it is really unfortunate, and I believe that the amendment will still go on, and I believe that the president will sign this amendment in order to prevent future occurrence of this kind of situation. Yes, it's very true, because if you look at, I've been here since 7 Assembly. I came here in 2011, and the quality of legislation that we used to have is diminishing. So in 2015, 2019, whenever you have high turnover of lawmakers that are coming back, because when you come as a new member, you have to start afresh. It will even take you the whole period of 4 years to learn how legislation processes are done. So by the time you now spend one term and you learn this, and if you, God forbid, if you didn't come back, somebody will come and will start learning again. So you can see that it is over and over again. In other jurisdictions where they know the value of democratic processes, they allow members of parliament to stay much, much longer than we do here. I think it's something that has to be, people have to be educated, people have to be sensitized. I think when we have this kind of thing, and it will really assist. But if you go to other jurisdictions, like when you go to the US, you go to the UK, you will see that somebody throughout his career, he spent like 50 years, 40 years in the parliament. So that's why you have a very quality legislation, and whatever comes from legislators, you will see that the government is using them. In their own system, it's like bottom top. Things going from the legislature and go to the executive, not coming the executive to the legislature, because they know the kind of people that they have, and that make laws and other things that constitutionally that is provided to them. The Honorable Speaker Femi Bajabiamila has proposed, and when it is done, I would have suggested, even when if we know that the president will not assent to this, it would have been better for us to veto that decision, so that our members can come back. So I am 100% allied myself with my speaker. I'm also inclined to the fact that I will need a longer period, an extension, so that because we have a lot of challenges in conducting the voter education or voter registration exercise. We don't know the challenges in some places. You have to also assist, the INEC, because we know the cost of logistics is very high. Initially, when in some places where there is no electricity, even if there's electricity, we know the power situation in Nigeria. So instead for them, like in my own local government, I have 4 registration centers, and these 4 registration centers, they go from one ward to another, spend 2 days. If there's no light, there's no way that they can conduct. So we have to buy a generator, we have to give them fuel to do the exercises. Otherwise, the entire period, even if you give them 1 year, they will not be able to finish. So, and in some cases, the network, we all know the platform to which we operate. Sometimes, even if you have the electricity, the connectivity is also a problem. So that's why we need more time. We are not going to finish it all, but I think we can substantially do something that people will be satisfied that there was a president of INEC to do such kind of exercise. The same reason that they have taken or to just give me an automatic ticket is the same reason or the same thing that I've done to them. I will continue doing what I'm doing because I put a lot of infrastructure in my local government, in the area of road construction, in the area of water supply, in the area of agriculture, in the area of health, and in the area of sport, and in the area of empowerment, in the area of job creation, so many other things that I've done in my constituency. I may not be the best, but I'm proud today that if you go to my constituency, there's no a single main road in my town that is not tarred and followed by a solar street light. So we have all these things. When you come to the healthcare services, I constructed a brand new hospital in my second local government, which is 81 beds, which cost me almost 1 billion naira with the equipment. I also built a stadium, mini stadium that you can play any competition in my local government. As I'm talking now, Kano State is using my stadium because my local government is a metropolitan local government. It's not far away from the city. I've also influenced 5 federal government agencies. National Open University, which is the biggest and in Nigeria, not only in Nigeria, in Africa, as said by the former Vice Chancellor of National Open University. I also influenced National Institute of Transport Technology, which is also under Minister of Transport, and is fully functional. Diploma program, H&D program, and also BSc program are also been taken care of. I also influenced Sheda Science and Technology Complex, which is a research institute, and it's almost completed. I also influenced NECO, zonal office, and state office. The zonal office is also there, and it's almost completed. And I also constructed a center for continuous education in my local government, and I also influenced National Biotechnology Development Agency. They are also Northwest Zonal Office. So all these offices we created, and they're huge offices that I built in my local government in the headquarters. And in each of them, job creation are there, because from level 6 down have to be the people that are within the locality. So with all these institutions, I have not less than 100 people that are working, junior staff that are working in that place. And I've secured employment for more than 500 of my constituents. Even in road safety, I have more than 100 people in road safety, from the officer cadre to the middle cadre and to the lower cadre. In immigration, I have over 20 people. In prison, I have over 20. In fire service, I have over 10. In National Agency for Science and Infrastructure, I have over 30 people. There's a lot of parastatals. In CBN, I have. In NDIC, so many parastatals I have employed my constituents, those that are graduate, diploma, NCE, they have also been recruited. And those that have not gone to school, we give them empowerment, we train them, vocational training, and we also give them something to start doing businesses. So all these things they are very visible. It's not something that it's something that is verifiable. When you go to my local government, from time to time, I don't even go to my local government driving my car. I always take my motorcycle and go around to do my activities there. And you like it when you see it there. Maybe sometimes, maybe I will invite you to go to the local government. You see how we are doing there, because really the villagers, they are very people that accommodate, and they like to see somebody that wants to always be with them. So one thing I refuse to do is to disconnect myself. When you allow yourself to be connected, it's not easy because there are so many, because the poverty level is very high, and people are always asking. But it went to the extent that sometimes I go to my local without spending a dime, I will come out. When I tell them that I don't have, they'll reason with me. But it takes time for me to change the attitude of the constituents. But today I'm very happy that at any point in time, out of these 30 wards, I have 30 wards and I have 61 village heads, that is different towns. I can enter anywhere. At daytime, in the night time, there's nothing that I fear about. And in terms of security, I also provided all of my DPOs with security vehicles for surveillance and some other security outfits. So all these things are things that people appreciate, and they now feel it's not that we don't have people to contest, or it's not that I'm better than the people that are there, but it's a sign, it's a kind of appreciation of what I have done to them. So, and all the things that we have done are something that you leave a legacy. When you leave a legacy, your children, your grandchildren will also benefit from what you planted. So that's just it.